It was quite a change coming home from World War II in the Philippines to art classes at American University in Washington, D.C. I was on the GI Bill when I painted this poor dead bird as a commemoration to birds, symbols of peace and the human psyche. As a student, I was reading Shakespeare's poem, The Phoenix and the Turtle, and the line, "For this dead bird sigh a prayer," became the title. I've used poetry titles a lot ever since. Sacred landscape with 3-letter M's. Soon after returning from World War II and finishing college, I created a series of works about the demise of civilizations. This is one of the early sketches for a long series of rather mystic-looking landscapes. The ancient Chinese always placed more emphasis on landscape than the human figure, on the macrocosm rather than the microcosm. The 3-pronged organic form I call a hydroform, after the microscopic hydra that easily regenerates itself. In biology class, I saw a lot of hydras. The letter M's, of course, stand for Martin. I was thankful that I had survived the war. Medieval halberd, 1958. Another halberd which shows the medieval and early Renaissance interest in decoration and adornment for everything, including instruments of war. This is now in the Corcoran Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C. Inconstant Delusions, homage to Picasso. At the top of the painting is a free-form found object with very interesting texture but fragile. I had to soak it in clear acrylic to make it permanent. Just below it is a collaged reproduction of another one of my sacred landscape paintings, which was also stolen. At the bottom is Picasso's sketch for Guernica, printed on a separate piece of masonite and floating out from the background. Beyond the Bricks, homage to Carl Andre. Carl Andre is the famous minimal sculptor. I gave him his first exhibition in 1964 when I was assistant director at the Hudson River Museum. I later wrote an article about his work and supported him in a letter to the New York Times when the Tate Gallery in London bought one of his works. The Times editor entitled my letter "Beyond the Bricks," thus my title when I made this work 20 years later in 1984. Carl's letter included a poem for the exhibition catalog. The cubes, or bricks if you will, are over 2 inches deep and refer to Carl's minimal sculpture. Jackson Pollock, Gathered to the Eyes. I first heard of Pollock when I was still in college, and I've been fascinated by his work ever since, from his early expressionist works to his late dribble paintings. Here I've juxtaposed him with The Labyrinth. Art critic Noel Frackman has commented on my balance of complex visual imagery and striking design. Live Along the Line, homage to Georges Braque, a recent work. Live Along the Line is from Alexander Pope's essay on man. Quote, "The spider's touch, how exquisitely fine, feels at each thread and lives along the line." Unquote. We all live along the line, but birds are free. They're traditional symbols of the human spirit. This bird, one of Georges Braque's favorite themes, is silk-screened from one of his drawings into my painting. In his notebooks, Braque wrote about this bird, "Unceasingly we run after our destiny," unquote. As with the very first painting, For This Dead Bird Sigh a Prayer, this soaring bird epitomizes the ultimate mystery of human expression as we live along the line and run after our destiny. But more importantly, we also soar. Peace.